Hi children, good morning everybody. So in this video today we are going to start our 6th prose, the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet. Okay, before getting into the lesson, let us see about the author. Okay, so about the author Alphonse Daudet. So his period is 1840 to 1897. Was a French novelist and short story writer. The last lesson is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War, 1870 to 1871, in which France was defeated by Prussia, led by Bismarck. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. In this story, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into Prussian hands. Okay, so let us see about the author. So Alphonse Daudet was born in 1840 and was died in 1897. He was a French novelist. So who is a novelist? A person who writes novel is called as a novelist and short story writer, and also he had written many short stories. The last lesson is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War. So this Franco-Prussian War was fought during 1870 to 1871. So this lesson, that is the last lesson, was written during the Franco-Prussian War, in which France was defeated by Prussia, led by Bismarck. So Bismarck is the name of the ruler. Okay. So in this Franco-Prussian War, what happened is France was defeated by Prussia. And who is the ruler of Prussia? Bismarck is the ruler of Prussia. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. Okay, so Prussia, அப்போ என்ன அதோட நேஷன்ஸ்லாம் என்னவா இருந்ததுன்னா இப்போ Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. Okay, these were the parts of Prussia. In this story, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into Prussian hands. Okay, so in this story, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine. So Alsace and Lorraine were French districts. So all this were taken by whom? Taken by the Prussian. Okay, when? During the Franco-Prussian War. So this is about the author Alphonse Daudet, who was born in 1840 and died in 1897. He was a French novelist and also he was a short story writer. This lesson, the last lesson, was written during the Franco-Prussian War. Okay. Okay, now let us get into the lesson. Okay. So this lesson is set in the days of France-Prussian War. France was ruled by Bismarck. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. The Prussians defeated the French and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine fell into the hands of the Prussians. The oppressors not only wanted the territory but dominated over the language and culture of the Germans, thus to take away their identity. Read the lesson to find out what impact this had on life at school. Okay, so this lesson is set in the days of France-Prussian War. France was ruled by whom? France was ruled by Bismarck. So Bismarck is the name of the ruler who ruled France. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. Okay, so இப்போ இருக்க Germany, part of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria, இதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்தது தான் அப்போ என்னது? Prussia. The Prussians defeated the French and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine fell into the hands of the Prussians. So the Prussians, they had defeated the French and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine fell into the hands of the Prussians. The oppressors not only wanted the territory. So So the oppressors, they not only wanted the territory, அவங்களுக்கு அந்த land area மட்டும் தேவைப்படல, but என்ன பண்ணாங்க, they dominated over the language and culture of the Germans. Okay, so அவங்க என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, they wanted to dominate. Okay, they wanted to undertake they want to change the language and even the culture of the Germans, thus to take away their identity. So அவங்களோட language, அவங்களோட culture, ஜெர்மனோட culture எல்லாத்தையுமே மாற்றிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு ஐடென்டிட்டியே இல்லாமல் போயிடும். ஓகே, அவங்க ஃப்ரெஞ்ச் பீப்புள் அப்படிங்கிற ஐடென்டிட்டியே இல்லாமல் போயிடும் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால they wanted not only their territory but also they dominated over the language and culture of the Germans. Read the lesson to find out what impact this had on life at school. Okay, so now read this lesson to find out what impact it had created on the life in the school. Okay, so in the Franco-Prussian war oda impact வந்து ஸ்கூல்ல என்னெல்லாம் changes கொண்டு வந்தது, that is what we are going to see in this last lesson. Okay, so I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because M. Hamel. So M. Hamel is the name of the school teacher. Okay, that because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles and I did not know the first word about them. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rule of participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. Okay. So I started for school very late that morning. So on that day morning, the author was starting very late to the school. So he was going very late to the school and was in great dread. Dread means fear. And he was in the great dread of a scolding, especially because, okay, and also he was greatly afraid of scolding. Why? Because M. Hamel, his teacher, M. Hamel said that he will ask questions on the topic participles. Okay, participles lerந்து, what is participle? It is a grammar part. Okay, so his teacher M. Hamel said that he will be asking questions on participles and I did not know the first word about them. Okay, so the author doesn't know anything about, yes, even a single word or single answer about participle. So he was very much afraid and also he was late to the school. Okay, so he was very fearful of going to school on that morning. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. Okay, so what he is thinking, so nowadays school bus are available, we are taking attendance, everything, no one can escape from school, yeah? But in those days children will come by walking, they have to cross villages, they have to cross forest areas like that, they want to walk a long distance to reach the school because there will not be school in every village. Okay, so what he is thinking, for a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. He is thinking that பேசாமல் எங்கேயாவது ஓடி போய் அவுட்டோர்ஸ், ஸோ வெளியில் ஸ்கூலுக்கு வெளியில் எங்கேயாவது டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போயிடலாமா. ஹூ இஸ் திங்கிங் ஆத்தர் இஸ் திங்கிங். இட் வாஸ் ஸோ வார்ம், ஸோ பிரைட். Okay, so how was the day? It was very warm, it was sunny. So as it is sunny, the day was very bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods. What is chirping? So it is the sound made by the birds. Okay, so we can hear the birds sound, so that sharp sound of the birds, it is called as chirping. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods. Woods means in the forest, in the end of the forest or in the corner of the forest. Okay, the birds were chirping, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. Okay, and in the open field, that is in the open ground. Where is the open ground? It is in the back of the sawmill. Sawmill na enna, the wood ellam cut பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா, that mill. Okay, in the back of the sawmill, what is happening? The Prussian soldiers were drilling, they were exercising and they were practicing. It was all much more tempting. See in this picture, he is Mr. Hamel, M. Hamel. It was all much more tempting. So tempting means, what is mean by tempting? Attracting. Okay, so suppose if we are going for a since it is a pandemic period, corona abdingiradhanaala, we were not taking food in from outside, that is from the hotels or roadside foods, whatever it is. Ipo nama சாப்பிடுறது இல்லையா? But இருந்தாலுமே when we are going for a travel or if you are going in a car or a bus somewhere, என்ன பண்ணுவோம், automatically if we see the hotels and roadside foods or your favorite food stalls, என்ன பண்ணுவோம், we'll get a temptation to eat the food. சரி இன்னைக்கு ஒரு நாள் சாப்பிட்றலாமா அப்படி ஒரு temptation வரும் இல்லையா? That is called as tempting. Okay, it was all much more tempting than the rule for participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried off to schools. Okay, so what the author is thinking, பேசாம போய் இந்த Prussian soldiers are practicing இல்லையா, அதை போய் பார்க்கலாமா அப்படின்னு he was very much interested, attracted with it. Okay, but anyhow he had strength to resist. Okay, strength to resist means he had and the temptation overcome பண்ணிட்டு what he is doing, he is hurrying off to the school. He is going fast to the school because already it was late. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. What is mean by bulletin board? Bulletin board means notice board. Okay, so when he is crossing the town hall, there was a lot of crowd in front of the notice board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. Okay, for the last 2 years, because it was under the Franco-Prussian War, France was defeated by the Prussians. Okay, so they had received all the bad news from the, so what is no, bulletin board? It is a notice board, so they will be publishing all the news in the notice board. So they had received all the bad news like the lost battles, the draft, the letters, the orders of the commanding officer. And I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? Okay, so the news like the lost battles, the draft, the orders from the commanding officers, like that, all the bad news they had, French had received from the bulletin board since last 2 years. So now he is thinking, what might be the matter now? So why there is crowd? What might be the matter in the bulletin board, that is in the notice board? Then as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watched her, who was there with his apprentice, reading the bulletin, called after me, "Don't go so fast, bub. You will get to your school in plenty of time." So then as I hurried by as fast as I could go, so he is going very fastly, as fast as he could go, he is going to the school. He is seeing the blacksmith on the way. Blacksmith, who is the blacksmith? A person who makes some things from wrought iron. Okay, so from metals. He is called as blacksmith. So on the iron, அதில் இருந்தெல்லாம் நிறைய things எல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா, they are called as blacksmith. Okay, so what is the name of the blacksmith? Watcher, who was there, where he is in front of the notice board along with his apprentice. Apprentice means அவங்க கூட work பண்ணுவாங்க இல்லையா, so along with his apprentice, reading the bulletin. So he was reading the news in the notice board, called after me. So he is calling him, and what he is telling us, don't go so fast, bub. So don't go very fast to the school. You will get to your school in plenty of time. உனக்கு இன்னும் ஸ்கூல் போகிறதுக்கு நிறைய டைம் இருக்கு. Don't go very fast. Okay. To whom he is telling? He is telling to the author. I thought he was making fun of me. Okay, who thought? The author is thinking that he was making fun. So இதை ஜோக் பண்ணுறாரு அப்படின்னு நினச்சிக்கிறாரு. And reached M. Hamel's little garden all out of breath. And he is reaching the school very fastly. Okay, so that he is breathing very heavily. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street, the opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. But now it was all so still. Usually when school begins, what will happen? So how will be our school before prayer? It will be very noisy. Yeah? So like that, there was a great bustle. Okay, there will be great noise inside the school. And students will be moving here and there. They'll be walking to this room and that room. Okay, so it will be very busy. It will be looking like a busy place. Yeah? So there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street. So even that noise can be heard outside in the street. The opening and the closing of the desks, lessons repeated in the unison. So they will be pulling and pushing the desk. The lessons repeated in unison. Unison means everyone will. So if teacher is reading, if the miss is reading something, and if we are repeating, everyone's voice will be same. Yeah? So repeated in unison, very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better. Okay, so என்ன பண்ணுவோம் ரொம்ப லவுடா இருந்தா what you will do, you will be closing your ears to read இல்லையா? So like that, with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler means scale, rapping on the table. So they will be beating the scale on the table so as to control the noise of the class, right? But now it was all so still. But now he could not hear any such voice or noise, or he couldn't see any such scene in the school. The school is looking very, very quiet. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen, but of course that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. Okay, so commotion means confusion. So in a confused manner, so the author has a confusion. Why the school is very quiet now and without being seen? So sir பார்க்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன பண்றாரு இவரு? He was going very quiet and he is going and sitting in his place. But the school is looking like a Sunday morning as the school is very quiet. Through the window I saw my classmates already in their places, and M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Okay, listen here. But now it was all, I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. So commotion means confusion. So he is thinking how to reach his place inside the classroom without being seen. Sir பார்க்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி எப்படி போய் அங்க உட்கார்றது அப்படினு he was thinking about that. But and also the school is very quiet like a Sunday morning. Through the window I saw my classmates. So through the window he is looking at his classmates. They were in their places, and his teacher M. Hamel was walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler. Iron ruler means iron scale under his arm. So he is keeping his a scale under his arm, and he is walking up and down the class. Up and down the class means, suppose this is the class, this is the teacher's table, na they will be walking like this இல்லையா? So that is walking up and down. I had to open the door and go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. Okay, so what the author has to do, he has to open the door and he has to get inside the class in front of everybody. So think of how afraid he will be. நீங்களே ஸ்கூல் லேட்டாக வரீங்க அப்படின்னா, you will be coming and standing in front of the classroom. You will be asking excuse. So we will be asking why you are late, and you have to give some reply. Definitely it will be a very frightening thing, right? So likewise the author is also very much afraid to get inside the class. But nothing happened. M. Hamel saw me and said very kindly, "Go to your place quickly, little friends. We were beginning without you." Okay, so but nothing happened. But அந்த மாதிரி அவர் பயந்த மாதிரி nothing had happened. M. Hamel saw me. So M. Hamel was looking at the author and he is talking very kindly. Go to your place quickly, little friends. Okay, go and sit in your place quickly. We were beginning without you. So M. Hamel, go to your place quickly, little friends. We were beginning without you. So what is the meaning of we were beginning without you is, so நீ இல்லாமல் நாங்கள் கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருப்போம். ஓகே, ஸோ நீ இல்லாமல் நாங்கள் கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருப்போம். anyhow you have reached. So go to your place very quickly, little friends. To whom he is telling? He is telling to the other. I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt and the little black silk cap all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and the prize days. Okay, so what happened? So what he is saying is, I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. So he is jumping over the bench and he is going and sitting in his place. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that? Okay, so just little he had come out of his fear, and what he is noticing is, he had seen that his teacher was on his beautiful green coat. His teacher is wearing his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt. He is wearing a frilled shirt. Frilled shirt na shirt la frill irukkum illaya. So in olden days they will be wearing these type of dresses. And the little black silk cap. So the cap black in color, made of silk cloth, all embroidered. Okay, the cloth was the cap was fully embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection in the prize days. So usually he will be wearing this dress only on the inspection days. That is, if someone is coming to inspect the school, and during the prize distribution days. Only on these days he will be wearing this dress. But today he had worn that dress and it had surprised the author. Besides, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. So besides this, the entire school was looking different and very quiet. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves, old Hazer with his 3-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and several others besides. Okay, so usually in the classroom the last benches will be always empty. But on that day, it was very surprised. The author was very surprised to see the village people sitting inside the classroom in the last benches. So who are all sitting inside us? He is seeing Mr. Haser. Okay, old means the person is very old, with his 3-cornered hat. So 3-cornered hat, these type of hat you might have seen. Okay, so he was sitting by wearing his 3-cornered hat. The former mayor, the former postmaster, and several other were sitting in the back bench. Everybody looked sad, and Haser had brought an old primer. Okay, so everyone is looking very sad, and Haser, who is Haser? The person who is wearing the 3-cornered hat. Okay, so he had brought his old primer, thumbed at the edges. So how was that book? It was thumbed at the edges. So what is mean by thumbed means, if we are using a book for many times, what will happen? The corners will be folded. Corners la apdi madinju kasangi poirukku illaya, that is called as thumbed. And he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. Okay, and he is keeping the book on his knees, and he was reading the book with going through the book by wearing his spectacles. Okay, so everybody is looking very sad, and what Hazer is doing, he is opening his old primer. So here primer abdina, what is it? It refers to book which contains the basic elements of any subject. Okay, That is called as primer. So he is opening his book on the how the book is looking. It is looking very old. When I was wondering about it all, M. Hamel mounted his chair and in the same grave and gentle tone which he had used to me said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master comes tomorrow. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive." Okay, so while I was wondering about it all, so when the author was surprised of looking at all these things, what he was surprised? He was surprised why the classroom is very quiet. He was surprised why the village people were sitting in the last benches, and also he was surprised why Mr. Hamel was wearing the dress which he used to wear on special occasions. Okay, so he was surprised about all things. So at this time what is happening? So Mr. M. Hamel is sitting on his chair, and in the same grave and gentle tone which he had used to me. So in that same sad depressed tone la enna sonnaru, "Go and sit in your place. We were beginning without you." அப்படினு சொன்னாரு இல்லையா. And the same tone la he is telling, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you." Okay, this is the last lesson which I am going to teach you. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. So far நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? நம்ம ஃப்ரெஞ்சில் தான் எல்லாமே லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். But now we had received the order from Berlin to reach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master comes tomorrow. So your new teacher will come tomorrow. This is your last French lesson. Okay, so this is the last French lesson that you are going to learn. I want you to be very attentive. So as this is the last lesson, I want every one of you to be very attentive. That is, I want every one of you to listen very carefully, because this is the last lesson, and from tomorrow you are going to learn only German, and your new teacher will be coming tomorrow. What a thunderclap these words were to me. Okay, so this words, what words? This is the last French lesson அப்படிங்கிற words. It was a words of a great surprise and happy for whom? Happy for the author, because he had not yet listened to any classes in his school. So these words were very happy for whom? Happy for the author. See, this is the classroom and he is the Mr. Hamel. How the wretches, that was what they had put up at the town hall. Okay, so now only he is thinking, oh, this is the matter which was published in the bulletin board in the town hall. My last French lesson, why I hardly knew how to write. Okay, my last French lesson. So this is enoda last French lesson. He doesn't know how to write it. I should never learn anymore. Okay, so he cannot learn French anymore. I must stop there then. Okay, so I have to stop learning here itself. Okay, இனிமே என்னால் எதுவும் லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்க முடியாது. I have to stop learning here itself. How sorry I was for not learning my lessons. Now he is worrying about not learning his lessons. That is, he was not proper in attending the classes and he had not learnt anything. He had not learnt anything worth so far. For seeking birds' eggs or going sliding on the Saar. Okay, so how he had spent his time is, he had spent his time by collecting birds' eggs in the trees and going sliding on the Saar. Saar means it is the name of a river which is located in the northeastern France. A river in the northeastern France and western Germany. It is the name of a river. My books, so he had spent his time by collecting the birds' eggs from the trees and by going sliding in the river Saar. My books that had seemed such a nuisance a while ago, so heavy to carry, my grammar, and my history of the saints were old friends now that I could not give up. Okay. கொஞ்ச நேரம் முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் carrying his book and his grammar book, his history books, everything were a very great burden. It was a nuisance for him, but now அதில் he could not give up all those things. Okay. இப்போ என்ன பண்ண முடியல, அவரால் அதையெல்லாம் விட முடியல. பழைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸை எப்படி நம்ம மிஸ் பண்ணுவோமோ அந்த மாதிரி he cannot miss all those now. And M. Hamel too, and also he could not miss his teacher Mr. M. Hamel. The idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Okay, so the idea, so the thought that he was going away, so tomorrow so today he will be vacating the village. From tomorrow, new teacher is going to come. Anyway, he could never see him again, made me forget all about the ruler. So he had forgotten all about, the author had forgotten all about his scale and how strange he was, teacher was. Okay, so இதுதான் லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ். இனிமேல் மிஸ்டர் ஹேமில் பார்க்க முடியாது அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும் போது அவரோட ஸ்ட்ரேஞ்ச் பிஹேவியர், அவர் அடிக்கிறது, அந்த அயன் ஸ்கேலில் அடிக்கிறது, அது எல்லாமே அவருக்கு மறந்து போயிடுது. யாருக்கு? he was in a feel of missing everything, missing his teacher, missing his French classes, missing his classroom, everything. Who is missing? The author is he's thinking that he is going to miss everything. Okay, so let me stop with this today. Let me continue in the next class. So what we have seen in this class, so France was undertaken by Prussians. Okay, so the author was late to the school, but the school was not as usual. The school is looking very quiet, at which the author was surprised a lot, and many village peoples were sitting. And what his teacher Mr. Hamel is telling us, today is the last French lesson that you are going to learn. So the order had come from Berlin that only German should be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Okay, after here, so from tomorrow your new teacher will come for teaching அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது, okay, இவ்வளோ நாள் the author had hated his reading, his school, everything. He had spent outside the school by collecting eggs and play by going slide in the river Saar. இப்போ அதெல்லாம் மறந்து போய் he is having a feel of missing his lessons and missing his teacher Mr. Hamel. Okay, I hope every one of you have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.